Hey there, what's up, future self? And or anybody that I may or may not ended up sharing this to. Just feels good to be able to talk to something and somebody. So, um, yeah. April 19th, happy Bicycle Day 2021. Here, it's a beautiful Monday morning here in Redwood City where I work, and I'm on my lunch break. And we're still in a pandemic, so a lot of things are shifting and changing in a lot of different states. However, we're still very much in a pandemic. There's vaccinations that are going around. It's really cool to see people get up and get out and get active. So thanks for doing your part. Flatten the curve. Yeah. There's a lot of the world that is stressful, and that's something that's been really, really super heavy in the last year, right? So, where I feel like all of us are having a very natural and normal response to a very peculiar and fucking weird situation and conversations, right? So, we're not alone, even though, we independently and individually feel isolated and alone. So maybe you don't feel heard. Maybe you don't feel like you have relationships in your life that you can really confide in, or maybe you do have those relationships in your life. It's just everybody's going through their thing too. So you're not alone. You're not alone in that feeling. It sucks that feeling is definitely feeling alone. A lot of people, oh god, look at that in my teeth. Ah. Eh. But yeah. I feel very isolated and alone. Been working in my office this pretty much the majority, if not this whole pandemic. So for me, with the office reopening last week, it's this kind of business as usual with the added plus of more heartbeats. Therefore, more questions, more problems to solve. So it's definitely keeps me up, keeps me busy. Moved into a place a couple months ago, and that's going fairly well. Just kind of pushing it off for a while. I feel like when you're experiencing depression, you don't really want to acknowledge it. You just hope that it'll pass or go away. And a lot of times it can, and it does. I think every single person in the world experiences sadness, depression, anxiety, nervousness, all of the above. And it's difficult. It's difficult to deal with. And oh man, it is insanely difficult to deal with if you do not yet have the tools or the skills to help manage those feelings as they come up. Feelings are really real. They're not necessarily reality. In fact, most of the time they're not reality. It's your intuition telling you something. But yeah, feelings are real. So, and it's easy to confuse those as reality. Am I right? Yeah. So I'm just doing my best to unpack my stuff and kind of look at my stuff, try to look at it as objectively as I can. Feelings aren't, I try not to categorize, especially at this point in my ride, categorize feelings as good or bad. It's a level of black and white thinking that can get real dangerous real quick, right? So just acknowledging the feelings as they come to my doorstep. Some of those feelings stick around on my doorstep for a while. Might want to offer some lemonade or some whiskey. Some of those feelings live in my front yard or backyard. Sometimes I let those feelings in my house. Sometimes those feelings come into my house uninvited, and that's fun. And I've got depression. Thought it was just passing through, handing me some mail, which that's cool. I think it's posting up on my doorstep. I think it might be trying to come inside. Maybe it's already inside. Still haven't discerned that so much yet, because I don't want to believe that. I guess I don't want to acknowledge, how I'm feeling, because looking around in the world, I'm feeling and hearing and understanding everybody's feeling stuff too. It's like another drop in the bucket. in a pessimistic kind of sad, weird way. That's not really truly fully how I feel. I just love those memes talking about screaming at the void and how the void is filled up and busy to try again later. Maybe try screaming into a pillow, because it's kind of like that. At least that's how I'm feeling. And yeah, depression is chilling at my doorstep. Decided to hand them some lemonade because it seems like they're gonna be posting up here for a while, and it's better that I acknowledge they're here on my doorstep than ignore them completely. Things, the world doesn't like being ignored, right? So how am I going to deal with my depression? How am I dealing with my depression? Well, I'd like to think I'm doing the best I can. If I want to be objective about it, I can do better. And yeah, I think part of it's just like talking about it. Everything changes, including this memory of this moment. So as monumental as it feels right now, in a couple of years, I might fuzzily look back on it, but I don't really think I'm gonna acutely remember sitting here with my legs propped up, talking to a screen with this fucking goose, mad dog in me. See that? This goose is like super nosy. It's trying to get in my business. Probably thinks I have food. I have neither of those things for you, Mr. Goose. And this isn't like for like a cry out for people to reach out to me like, oh, are you okay? I mean, obviously, duh. I'm not okay. Like most of us are not okay. I'm also handling it like a freaking boss because I am a titaness. It's true. And just because you have the skills and you know what to do doesn't mean that you're not going to still sit with those feelings. So let us pop a squat and sit and talk for a while. Or just say nothing and stare off into the sunset, depression. Either way, you're on my porch, and that's all right. Just don't fuck up my living room. Please don't fuck up my bathroom or my couch. Just, if you could do your best not to fuck up anything, that'd be great. Right? Yeah. It's also awkward, too, because there are some people that, I know they're trying to be sweet, reaching out, like, hey, how's it going? It's just, it's weird, and it, does put a pressure when you're an introvert with extreme extroverted tendencies. It puts a lot of pressure on that person, to communicate when, I don't necessarily have the energy to, communicate like that, especially if you're not really super close to me, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, where you want to get real close, hey, how's it going? It's I don't know, that just feels weird. Even if the person is asking for it, it's almost like you don't know exactly what you're asking for. So it's yeah, it's weird. And then just checking up on your friends, I have close friends that when they check up on me, it feels really, really good, but when strangers do it, it just feels really, really weird. So, I don't know. I don't have a solution or a framework on how to better, manage that. It's just, it is what it is, right? Yeah. I think the worst thing any of us could do is just try to fix each other right now. Because, if it was something super easily fixable, don't you think we would have done it by now? Or helped each other by now? And really, it's not on anyone to, check up on me, right? It's on me to communicate how I feel and ask for help when I need it. I just need to rest, which is why when I go back to work, I'm going to be, requesting some time off here so I can just do just that. Because that would make me feel good. And, yeah, I am craving companionship. Not, sexual companionship. That shit scares me, to be honest, at this moment in time. Not really missing or wanting that. Just, it would be cool to connect with someone who really knows me, so I don't have to spend time explaining myself. I could just talk to someone, have them hear me. Like, I've got my therapist. My therapist's great. I love her. She's so awesome. The problem with like healthcare right now is like, especially mental health care, like it's so bogged down and overburdened. Like they're not able to really help people. It's more like just like putting a band-aid on it and be like, just hey, hang in there until we can get to you. Which who knows when that'll be, you know? Um, Sorry, I disassociated for a second because I was thinking, what's the silver lining in this? I think the silver lining, as optimistic as I am, I do place it well, or I try my best to. So I think the optimism and the positive I see in this is I'm really proud that I'm able to like call it in and acknowledge it instead of like push it away. That gives me more power and incentive to make decisions and make moves to remedy that. Yeah. Can't really fix people. And I'm like totally Captain Fix-a-Bro. So, like, you can't really fix anybody. You know, this it's a lot of stress. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot to unpack. Too much to unpack. Like, we're going to be spending a lot of time after this event unpacking. Trust. Um, so, like, it's okay. Like, this is an unusual event. It's global, it's worldwide. Everybody's got different opinions on it. And it's not just about COVID, right? Like, there's so much that is being brought up into the atmosphere. It's long overdue. It's still a lot, you know, and you know, just take good care of yourself. Be present and tap in when you can tap in. Don't feel obligated to tap in. If you don't have the energy, then just chill and wait till you get your second wind, second or third or fourth or 100th wind. Um, you know, I think the best thing, two things, is just communicate and be kind. I guess three things, and try your best. Which our best is different on a daily basis, right? Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to me. Thanks, self, for listening to myself. Thanks, self. And thank anyone out there if I choose to share this or not. Thank you, too, for listening. And thanks for playing. Just breathe deeply as much as you can. Communicate. Be kind. Don't shut things out or push things away. Just, they arrive on your porch and they arrive on your porch. The more you fight with them about being on your porch, the more mess it'll create. So just let it pass. Nothing's forever. Not even the memory of this moment. So there is some peace in that, right? Well, my loves, I hope you have a great day. Have a great week. Stay up, stay strong, and stay safe. And I'll see you all on the screen. Or in a scene. Or maybe in my dreams. All right. Onward and upward, ever higher. Carpe awesome, excelsior, so on and so forth, etc., etc.